Hey guys, how in the hell are you? This is Islander. Welcome back to the newsroom. All right, guys. Today we got a few things going on. It all started this morning when they sent the email out for the new test server 4.3.0. Okay, and ever since that email came out, my phone has been blowing up all day long with your questions, and I tried to get back to most of y'all as quick as I could. I was at work, so I couldn't just be sitting down on the phone having conversations with y'all all day long. But I did try to answer y'all as much as possible. If I didn't get back to anybody, my sincere apologies. But I did put out that I was going to be making a video on this today because the community is in a frantic state of panic right now. Okay? In the test server, coming up. Let's get over to the email. All right, guys, what they're going to be testing is weapons and robots rebalance, okay? And I'm going to show you all the chart right now. Also, distance indicator. You're always aware whether the enemy is in target range of your weapons or not, okay? So that's kind of cool, that distance indicator, I'm sorry. I like that. Now, there's weapons and robots rebalancing. Okay, I'm not sure where they're at with this. Just recently, we had the chart that came out, and it was on the damage resistance as far as certain bots, certain weapons. Some were going to be more depending on what bot you were using. Some of them were more prone to energy weapon or kinetic weapons or rockets. So I'm not sure how this is all going to play into effect with that. I do know, guys, that they are tinkering around with all these things. Nothing is set in stone, and I told you all that in the last video when that chart came out. Don't get too riled up. Don't get too much yourself into a panic and start freaking out over this and start changing your setups or start going after new bots. Start doing different builds. You guys, chill. We need to chill. This is a test server. Okay, now once we're done with the test server, all of us that participate are going to go in and give our feedback. And we'll tell them what we thought of their balancing. Okay, and then they're going to come back and they're going to tweak it again and twist it and turn it till they find somewhat of a balance for the game. Okay, we do know at this present time that the game is definitely run by certain bots, and mainly that bot is the Spectre. The Spectre Orkin, the Spectre Tyrans, is a bot that's just been dominating the game as of late. Okay, as of recently, the Pursuer has come in and definitely put a counter on the Spectres. Pursuer, I can tell you right now, is my favorite bot to run. It's fun, it's fast, it does damage. But they're going to try and find a balance to all this, guys, and they're trying to bring back the old school bots also. So let's bear with them now, okay? Let's bear with them and see what they're doing. Let's do these test servers. Let's give our feedback and go from there, okay? But I'm going to go over the balance with you. As soon as these things started coming in, I was able to jump onto Adrian's live stream earlier today. Adrian was talking about it, and he was going over it briefly as well, going over some of the stuff. And I was able to catch a little bit from what he was saying. I wasn't able to sit there on his live server too long, okay, because I was during my lunch break and it was almost over. So I tuned into what I could, and of course you guys start sending me these messages and giving me the chart, and I'm pretty sure it was already there in the email. I just didn't have a time to check on it. But thank you guys, the ones that did send me this chart. I appreciate it. Okay, but let's go over this. Okay, Halo is gonna get a buff. ECU is as well getting a buff, and y'all can go over this. You can see the numbers, so I don't need to read them all out to you, all numbers and everything, but you can definitely go down here. Magnums is getting a buff. Now they're also going to increase, I believe, from 4 shots to 5 shots. Okay, so that's definitely going to be a little power boost for the Magnums and give you an extra round of fire. Okay, Pinatas are taking a hit. Arbalast is taking a hit by about 1,000 damage, but they're changing the charge time from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. Okay, so you're gonna do 1,000 less damage, but your recharge time is cut in half. So you're gonna be doing actually a lot more damage. Let's see here. Shredder Shredder's getting a little buff there. The Spark is getting a little buff. Gus is taking a minor decrease. Okay, that's not going to really be a lot of decrease, but you know, when you're going up against the bots and you're at point blank range, you're going to get your damage in. Okay, aphids are taking about a thousand damage hit. Okay, shock trains are definitely taking a significant hit here. Okay, and they're going to reduce the range from 150 meters to 100 meters. Okay, so this, guys, did the shock trains need a nerf? Yeah. You know, anybody who uses shock trains and know the damage they could do, and any of us that have been hit by shock trains and know the damage that they can do, knows that the shock train was even with the nerfs that it already had, it was still an overpowered weapon. And you know, it's not going to leave the map, guys. It's going to be there. People are still going to use it. It's still going to be an effective weapon, but it does need to be toned down a little bit. Yes, I use a Spectre Orkin. I run 4 of them, and I'll be the first one to tell you it's got a little bit too much punch. Okay, I mean, for you to shoot another Spectre and knock down 90% of his health tells you something. Okay, and I've been hit as well, guys. I mean, I've had one shot from an MK2 Spectre, and all of a sudden I have 3 of my shock trains fly off of my bot. Really, bro? Really? One shot and I lose 3 weapons? Come on now. Yeah, it's an overpowered weapon. So it is. They are thinking about. I'm not saying it is. They are thinking about giving it this nerf, and I can see them doing that. Okay, they're not messing with the charge times anymore. I think the charge time that they got in effect. I do like the reduction in the secondary hits from 150 meters to 100 meters. So that, to me, that's good. Orkins. Wow. Okay, so the Orkins are going to take about 150 damage per rocket. So you'd have to do the math on that to find out exactly where it's at, and it'll probably be about 30,000+ less damage, and it is gotten a 0.2 of a second slower. I'm not sure how significant that will be, but we'll find out. I think the speed of the Orkins is fine. It's definitely a power bot, but it is also a 300 meter range weapon. I mean, you need to be up close and personal to fire this weapon. Okay, so I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about that one, but all right. The Terrans, there it is, the 4 to 5. Okay, what was I looking at earlier? I thought I was looking at Terrans. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the Magnums. My mistake. Okay, let's go back over here to the Terrans. I apologize for that, guys. Terrans are taking a slight nerf, but the ammo jumps up, so you're taking less damage, but you get the extra 8 shots. Shot intervals are being cut by 1/10 of a second. I'm not sure we'll really notice that. And charges per shot go from 4 to 5. So you lose a little bit, but they give you a little bit more. So they're trying to find that balance. Okay. Hydra shot intervals from 0.8 to 1.1. So yeah, this is going to be a little nerf for the Hydras. Okay, it's going to take a little longer for those rockets to get out and give you a little bit more time to hide. Okay, let me go down, read some of these other stuff. Pulsar's getting a buff. Corona's getting a buff. Vortex is getting a nice little buff. Now, look, remember, they nerfing the aphids. Okay, they're giving the aphids less power, and they're giving the Vortex a buff. I'm not sure what the reasoning is there. You know, they're same style weapon. The Vortex is a little bit stronger, yet it's getting the buff. While the smaller, shorter weapon is taking a nerf. Okay, Scourges, guys. Yeah, Scourges definitely need a tweaking. Okay, it is a powerful weapon, and once you close that gap on your target, and yes, I do use these. And once I know I get up close and personal with pretty much anything other than a Bulgasari that has that powerful shield to block it. I mean, if he's got that thing angled right, it's hard to get through. Okay, so the Scourges are taking a little bit of a nerf here. You know, they're looking at about 220 damage per second or per charge. So not sure what the math on that is going to be. We'd have to figure that out. Not something we'll do right here right now. Embers get a buff. Exodus is getting a buff. So Orchids are taking a nerf, and Exodus, the same style weapon, just like the Aphid and the Vortex. Okay, they are giving them a little buff, and so on down the line. The Glory, the Tempest. I don't see the Thunders here, and I don't see the Tridents. Now we did test the Trident last time, and it is going to have that ability to fire per reload. Instead of having to wait the entire 10 seconds, you'll be able to fire an additional round every 3 seconds, which was pretty good. Okay, but as far as I was concerned, the Tridents, which was once a powered gun, has taken its series of hickeys and that has made it not as powerful. And with the speed of the bots that we have now, that's what's rendered the Trident a little bit ineffective. I mean, I have mine at MK2, and they're sitting in storage, guys. They're just not effective against the newer meta weapons that can jump out of the air, that have stealth, that have that quick dash to get out of range. You might get one shot in, but you're not going to hit that second shot because they're moving. Okay, Dragoons. Okay, I think Dragoons is a serious weapon to begin with. It packs a serious punch, and they're going to be giving it a buff. So I'm not sure why they would do that. I think it's pretty solid right where it's at. I don't think it needs a nerf or a buff, but these are just my personal opinions, and I want to hear yours, guys. Okay, let's jump over to the bots here. Okay, Fujin is getting a buff on the shield. Okay, but it's still a sitting duck once it activates that shield. It can't move. The Fujin is something that would need to be able to activate that shield and be able to move at the same time. Otherwise, once they drain your shield, well, then you're just there for the pick, and you're a sitting duck, and you're gonna die. So I don't see that being as too much of a buff for the Fujin, because you're still susceptible to shock trains and Tyrans just shooting right through your shield. Not to mention Scourges and the new energy shotguns that we have. So Fujin, yeah, sorry Pixonic, but that needs a little bit more help. Carnage, once again, energy shield is getting a buff. Okay, I think the Carnage itself needs a buff. Okay, it takes a few shots with energy weapons and it's depleted. So that's something that they need to tweak on or work out. And not just the Ansel shield that needs help. With the amount of energy weapons that we have in the game right now, yeah, Carnage has fallen from grace, and it needs a little pick me up. If they're gonna try to bring back some of the old school bots, and back in the day, Carnage was a beast. Okay, I mean, there was one time I was running 5 of these bad boys in my hangar. They were just so much fun to operate. Okay, so let's move down. Hover gets a little bit more speed and a little bit more durability. Fury is getting a 5 kilometer speed boost. Okay, I guess they're gonna make it a little bit faster. Wayland definitely getting a power boost. The repair for other bots is definitely getting increased as well, and they're giving it a little bit of speed. Okay, which that's all right, because it was to me it was already slow. I considered it very slow. So a little speed boost is good. Repair is good. Durability, I mean, it just pretty much sits there like a Fujin, So once you got it in range, you could take your shots on it. Natash, 3 kilometer increase. Okay, so it's still going to be slow. I mean, 33 to 36, let's be honest, it ain't moving much faster. I mean, it ain't going to outrun anything. Okay, Falcon, this one, guys, the Falcon had the 1 heavy, 2 mediums. It's now going to move to 3 heavy slots. Okay, now originally when we tested the Falcon, when it first came out, it had 3 heavy slots to begin with. It had the, when it went talons out or claws out or fangs out, whatever you want to call it, it had the 3 weapons going at once, and it was a beast. Okay, it would deliver some damage. I tested this bot, and I tested it with Thunders, and it was a fun bot to operate. Now, right when they released it, they chose to eliminate the 3 heavy slot and add the 2 mediums, which kind of gave it the same power, same shooting power as a Lance. Okay, totally took away from what I gathered from it in the test server, and I wasn't really impressed. I picked up two of them since then, through all the all the components, stuff like that, and I sold them. I had no need for them, and now I'm kind of regretting picking up silver for them when maybe I should have held them. Okay, durability is getting a boost, and their speed is getting a boost. So yeah, guys, Falcon, if this holds through and they do this, Falcon is going to be a bot to reckon with. Okay, but it does not have the any type of shield. Okay, but it does have that 66 damage reduction while it's out of its fangs out mode. So it's going to be interesting. I do like the 3 heavy slots though. I could definitely see three thunders running on this, and you getting up close and personal. 3 Exodus on this, up close and personal. It's going to do its damage. So Hellburner, guys, I don't know if you've seen this lady, but that little Hellburner is a pain in the butt. It just runs out there. It has its shield up, and they use an answer shield on it, and it pops. It will pop you, and now it's going to pop you even harder. So it gets a 6,934 damage, and now keep in mind, guys, all this is just level 8. All this is just level 8. So when you get these bad boys to maxed out MK1 or maxed out MK2, they're going to be serious bots to contend with. Okay, bots that are taking a serious nerf. The Heishi. The Heishi is taking the cooldown ability will be 3 seconds. So we're going from 15 seconds to 12 seconds to 15 seconds. The energy shield capacity is also going to be weakened. Okay, and its durability is going from 118 to 111. I don't see that being much of a factor as far as the durability. I mean, because once you get beat down and you got 7,000 health, that bot has already lost weapons and everything else anyways. Okay, so, but I'm more concerned about that cooldown ability. I think 15 seconds, it will be too long. Okay, and the shield capacity, as it is right now, when that shield gets hit, it doesn't last very long. I mean, it gets depleted pretty quick. Some triple gust will wipe that shield out in about 3 shots. So now you're going to have it wiped out in 1.5 shots. I'm not sure their reasoning on this, but once again, it's a test server. So I'm going to be testing it. I'm going to be giving my feedback. I normally don't post videos of the test server, guys. I'm going to leave that up to y'all. Y'all comment down below. Let me know if you want videos. I mean, you got a lot of people that go and do the live streams, and they post it up. So you get a fair share of videos out there in live streaming of the events while they're taking place. Live streaming for test videos is something that I will be doing in the very near future. That may be one of the few live streams that I do. Okay? Burgosari, we can see it right here. Its physical shield is taking a hit. Durability also getting a nerf. Bulwark is getting a solid buff all the way across. And I think this spot, yeah, rightfully so. This was their beast. This was their bad boy that they were bringing out. And it was supposed to be, it's a heavy bot. It's got 2 heavy slots. Okay, and as soon as we got it out and people had MK2'd it, and it came across the Spectre Orkin, all of that beast mode didn't count for nothing. Spectre Orkin in one jump and unloading 4 Orkins on it, and that thing was dust. It was done for. Okay, so with the nerfing of the Orkin and the decrease on the Spectre that we're going to be talking about right now, and the buffing of the Bulwark, yeah, I can see where this is going to be the bot that they intended it to be to begin with. So durability taking a buff, physical shield, durability also a 19,000 buff. Oh, it's getting buffed all the way across. Regeneration time on the shield from 33 seconds to 27 seconds, and a 5 kilometer per hour speed boost. Mender also getting a boost. There it is. Y'all can take a look at that. And it's also being able to repair bots a lot more. Okay, so yeah, I'm good with that Mender. Now the Spectre, guys, this is where all of you guys have lost it. You've gone Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. This has been the main topic of my conversations of people messaging in today was, hey man, I spent a lot of time getting my Spectre, and I spent a lot of time upgrading my Spectre, and it's taken me, 20 bazillion years to get it to where I want it and get my hanger down, and now they're gonna nerf it. Okay? Stealth duration, 5 seconds to 2 seconds. I can already tell you right off the bat, I'm not down with 2 seconds. And, I haven't tested it yet, but I will be testing it. But 2 seconds is just not long enough. Okay, now keep in mind that this is already a weak bot to begin with. All you have to do onto a Spectre is spit on it, and it breaks in half. Okay, so it doesn't take a lot of damage. So your 5 seconds is what you would use to go generally try to find cover after you did an attack. Now, does it need a time reduction? Yeah, it probably could. And I would say you could subtract a second, bring it down to 4 seconds, maybe even 3 seconds. Okay, but 2 seconds. No, it's just I don't see that happening. I don't see him holding the 2 seconds on the deal here. Okay, I'm sorry, on the stealth duration. So once that bot lands, you better have an exit plan. You better have somewhere to go once you've done your attack, and you do not affect your kill. Yeah, you're dead. Ability cooldown has been increased by 5 seconds. Okay, not sure about that either. Maybe from 18 to 20. So you don't have, so many Spectres jumping around all the time, especially in Champions League. They're just flying everywhere. All you see is cloak bots all over the place. So yeah, maybe increasing that a little bit. I can see that 20, 21 seconds. The speed reduction, I'm definitely not in agreement with that. From 55 to 50. So you're going to have less speed and less stealth duration. So once you effect your jump, you're dead. You're not going to have the time to get out of dodge, and you're not going to have the speed to get out of dodge. So, yeah, I'm going to play it. I'm going to test it, and I will, if it works and they're right, I'm going to give them a thumbs up. And you know that I will. And my fellow Spectre users, you can yell at me and scream at me, and I understand your frustration, and I'll be frustrated with you because I got 4 of them sitting in my hanger, but are they overpowered? We all know that they are. Okay, we all know that they are, and we know that once we affect our jump, we're gonna kill pretty much anything that we come across. Okay, but I don't agree completely with flipping that coin exactly on the other side to where it's not gonna be anywhere near as effective as it was before as far as damage, dishing down damage because the weapons have been affected. And it's definitely not going to have the speed or the stealth duration to try and get away. Now, remember, we already have line of sight shooting. So even though you're in stealth and you're running away, you can still be fired on by line of sight. And yeah, we get tagged all the time. I tag people and I get tagged. And you can go back to any one of my free-for-all videos and see that happen. So I'm not in complete agreement with the stealth, but I will test it. I will give it a fair assessment, and I will give it a fair feedback. Okay, Lancelot ability, cooldown, 14 seconds, massive. 6 second cooldown. So this is gonna. It seems like they are speeding up the game on most parts. Shorter recharge times on weapons, faster cooldown abilities on certain bots. Other than the Spectre, who's definitely taking a hit. Okay, frontal shield is getting a big boost. Side shield is getting a big boost. Durability also getting a decent buff. Mercury stealth duration is going from 3 seconds to 5 seconds, so that's getting a buff. Damage is also getting a buff, and ability cooldown from 18 seconds to 15 seconds. So what are you going to see, guys? You are going to see a crap load of Mercuries landing on you. That's what you're going to see. Okay? Duration of the stealth is longer, your damage is stronger, and your cooldown ability is reduced. So here's your new Spectre, guys, the Mercury. Okay, so if everything they have here is going to be in effect and stay, and they bring it to the live server, then yeah, you're going to see a shift in power. Okay, Are the specters going away? No, no, they're not. Because even with all this at MK2, they still pose as a serious opponent. You know, they can still issue out their damage. And keep in mind, I mean, anytime you go bot versus bot, you're generally not going full health versus full health. Okay, you're generally jumping into a fight. You're generally running with squad mates. You know, you come across another bot and they're either at half health or 3/4 health, so you can affect your jump with your Spectre and affect a kill. But if you are going head to head and it is a 1-on-1, or you're using this a lot in free for all, you know, you're gonna have to be a lot smarter in your play with your Spectre than we are right now. And I can already see that taking effect pretty quick if this thing holds true. But I'll be going over all this. It looks like it's going to be a long test server. I'm going to try different setups. I definitely want to test the Spectre bots and see how quick I get my butt kicked. You know, I'm going to be using it both for attack, and I'm going to go wild. I mean, I'm going to go deep on it. Okay, and then on the other part, I'm going to be trying to use it to escape. Okay, I'm going to use that stealth jump to get away from somebody and see how good it is. You know, because after that jump and I get away, you know, still only got 2 seconds cooldown, and that distance is not going to be enough to get out of range of most weapons. Okay, so am I going to get pinned down? And I mean, what's going to happen? And I definitely see a hard time for Spectre survival with this new current settings. Okay, but once again, let me revert, guys. This is a test mode. It is a test mode. This is not coming to live server. We're not getting it tomorrow. You know, players are going to play it and they're going to give their feedback. And everybody that is part of the test server, guys, don't forget to give your feedback. If you like the way things they are, give your positive feedback. If there's certain things that you don't like, give your feedback. Let them know you don't like it. Let them know why you don't like it. Just please don't go there and just say, oh, it sucks. No, give a good, you know, take time in your feedback and give them a good general feedback, because you go in there and you start blasting them, they're not going to read it. They're going to delete it. Okay, so be legitimate. Give it a fair assessment. Be unbiased. Be fair, and let them know what you think. And then when you're all said and done, y'all come back here and let's have a conversation. I want to know what y'all's feedback on this test server is, because I'll be waiting and I'm going to give you my assessments and tell you what I thought, and we can do all that right here. Okay, the test server is coming up real soon, guys. It's right around the corner. 12 hours and 31 minutes away. Okay, so this is a test server unlike most of them that we had in the past, where we're testing out maps and weapons and bots and mods. This is none of that, guys. This is going to be the gameplay that we will have in our near future. So make sure that if you do the test server, take the time to write your feedbacks out. Okay, and guys, y'all feel free to. I'm out of work, so y'all can start blowing up my phone now. Hit me with those questions. I'll be happy to give you all the answers that I can. And we'll be talking, I'm sure, throughout the weekend. And I'll give my feedback. All right, guys. Until next time, this is Islander signing out. Y'all stay chill now.